My old classmates, yes, they call me not much the full, because those days they call me as Tiagu. So my old mates, they still call me, hey Tiagu, how are you? Yeah. So even Zainal Abidin will call me Tiagu. Oh. Yeah, you can ask him, he'll tell you.
Welcome, Dato David.
Thank you very much. Terima kasih.
I was waiting for that.
I do that practically every interview. They ask me, hey, why don't you say terima kasih, the intro? I say, okay, why not? No, actually, I got that word out of fright, because during my first concert, because we were in Hong Kong all this while we were being big stars here, which we never knew. So suddenly when we came to do a concert here, and when I look at the massive crowd, the massive press, then the TV, suddenly TV interviews going on live on air before the concert starts, and all this makes you feel very jitterish and frightening. Never went through this kind of experience, so that's how it came about, out of fright. Because we were busy recording in Hong Kong and send it to Malaysia, and also busy working in Hong Kong, that we had no break whatsoever to come back to Malaysia, things like that. So all we knew was, my father will call once in a while, say, hey, your song every day on the radio. I say, good, thank you, that's it. So that's what we thought of, release on the radio, and we never knew that we were that popular, that famous, until we came down and did that concert. That's when we said, wow. The first time I would say in our history, we did 95% all in Bahasa and 5% only in English and Chinese and Tamil. Yeah. So all our hit songs. And the crowd was going crazy because all the songs they could sing together, and it was like, wow. After the first song, you're the boss. See, that was the beauty of it, because nobody knew who we were, because we were not in this country at all. We were in Hong Kong, doing the Malay albums in Hong Kong and sending it to Malaysia. So all these people were wondering who these 6 guys were. They only see on the record sleeve, there's 3 Chinese and 3 Indian boys. So they were very curious. So when we came and did the concert, so that's when they saw us live. They said, oh, that is true. All this while they thought it was not true. So when they saw us performing live, oh, that's true. And for me, I feel we made a new kind of market for the Malay music in this country as well as Indonesia. Like I've had a few friends who went to Thailand and they said, hey, your songs, they have it there in the karaoke lounge in Thailand. So good, not bad. Well, we were the first local band to bring up Malay songs, and with a lot of other bands following suit.
Do you think that the mystery in the early days of not knowing where this band is from, that helped the album?
That did help, I think. That did help, because they were looking high and low for this band, but the only thing they got was the record sleeve, and the picture of that. And they haven't seen this band performing live. So when we did the tour, we did Penang, Kuantan, JB, and a few other places, and it was packed like to the brim, stadiums where like Penang Stadium, they can put only about 25, but we packed it for 30,000, things like that.
And you had 2 other bands before the Alleycats. You were a member of the Superjets and also the Beats. In your opinion, how do you know if somebody is a serious musician?
Good question. You see, the Beats. 1969, we won the Radio Malaysia Talent Time. That time no TV, only radio. So we depended a lot on radio. So I was from the Beats, and so was my drummer and the bassist. Then Alleycats, my brother, two of my brothers, and the keyboardist. So me and my another brother, we sat down one day and we talked. Hey, if we get these 3 guys from the beach and these 3 guys from Alleycats team up together, and why don't we try and have a jam session? Because both of us had the same kind of thinking that these are all serious musicians. Because the other guys they were playing music for the fun of it, and they were working in the day, so they didn't want to take up music seriously for them to work. So then we had this jam session and it turned out fantastic. I said, this is what we need.
The days of playing at the Tin Mine in KL. Could you describe a bit about that? See?
I mean, we were entertaining these American GIs from Vietnam, and they were the one who sort of took us to the record shops and buy albums and say, this is what we want to hear, soul music. I said, what? Soul music. Because what we were doing is mostly all this bubblegum kind of, those days, they call it bubblegum music. So when these guys came and they influenced us with all this different kind of music, so we learned a lot. So there was no big conflict. In fact, when we worked in the club, suddenly the local audience started listening to new materials instead of you listen to the same bubblegum where all the other bands playing, all the other clubs. But when we were in a club, the music was totally different. Totally different. So in that sense, we were managed to get more fans in that sense.